Okay, so I wanted to talk about something, and I wanted to set something clear because I know how like I speak about everything, like my gifts and stuff, and different gifts that I've been given, and how I have a relationship with ancestors, guides, and angels, and everything. And I'm well aware that people are looking to do certain things and paint it in a light that's really ugly. Because like when I'm out, the one thing I did love about being at the courtyard was that everybody over there talked to themselves. Because like I said, everybody was like mixed in with each other, and everybody was like people had people had like mental illness over there. Some were on stuff, some were just out of jail, some were just regular people, some were just old people, some had physical handicaps, it's like all tossed into one. So it's like a big like melting pot of people. So the one thing that I did like was that they would not bother me. I have a habit of like talking out loud to myself when I'm talking, like I'm going through things, and I've had people like look at me like I'm crazy because everybody always wants to like everybody's looking to like neg people. Like I hate that. That annoys me so bad to like make fun of somebody or like because you don't understand something and you don't choose to understand something. And because basically when you make fun of people like that in that light, it says a lot more about you than it does somebody else because you have nothing else going on for yourself. If you're gonna, what they say, people, it, if you're talking about somebody to make yourself look good, or every time you got to be like, oh, look what she did, or look, or make fun of somebody to put them down, break them down to build yourself up, it's like cannibalism and animalism, right? It takes more energy to break something down than to build it up. It takes no, does it? It takes more energy to build it up or break it. I don't know. Either way, but it's easier to break somebody down. It takes more energy to build them up. That's what it is. Excuse me. And have your laugh with that. But anyway, um, so like that goes in line with like what grammar Nazis and stuff like that. Somebody that's always willing like you can't figure out what somebody's saying like on here if they don't have like punctuation. Or there was a guy recently, he wanted to hold something over me because he thought he was superior because he said something about somebody said something and he was like it was improper English, which I'm pretty sure most of us don't speak proper English. I don't care to. It doesn't. I'd rather quote. I can speak well, but proper English, pretty sure not. I have tons of like grammatical errors all the time. Spelling is horrible, and spell check doesn't help me at all. Spell check tries to set me up. That bitch always trying to set me up, putting all crazy shit, changing stuff. I'm like, you never help me. I need it. I need spell check, but the stuff that you try to spell is like not even what I'm talking about. You're trying to humiliate me, damn it. But everybody's out to like belittle other people to put yourself ahead of somebody. Stop doing that. Like I don't understand. The guy was like he wanted to make himself look better. And I said, listen, I'm like, I'm pretty sure because he was like, imagine that being the only language you speak. Okay, Muzzy. He was like, I speak French, I speak Spanish, and I said, I'm pretty, but the way he wrote it, it was improper. It was improperly wrote. It wasn't grammatically correct. And I said, okay, I'm like, the funny part of that is you're like sitting there in your glass house writing that I said, what does it matter? I said, what I said stands. I'm pretty sure, and you just proved my point that you don't follow like it to the letter either. So why do I need to know that you speak three languages? What does it matter if you speak three languages improperly? The fuck I'm gonna do with that? Why do I care that you speak French? French ain't shit. Like, I mean, yeah, if you're going to France, okay, you could speak to the French people over there, but they don't like us anyway. They're very mean when you go over there, from what I understand. They don't like Americans. A lot of people don't like Americans because of that reason. Because you gotta be the biggest, the baddest, the best, and you're not. Instead of like, what was it, Jim Jeffries that said that shit? He's like, which would you rather have? A little Asian guy, like, unconfident of what he's doing, but know what he's doing because he was properly trained, or an American motherfucker that goes in there and zoop, zoop, 1 second and fucks the shit up and like the whole shit's broken. Make it make sense. The loudest, The loudest isn't always the best. So anyway, he was like, yeah, I speak those three. I said, the fuck it matters. It don't matter. It doesn't matter what you speak. I was like, it still stands. Like, he thought he was being, like, so slick by telling me, thanks, Rosetta Stone. Jesus. But stop holding stuff over people like that. You're not better than the next person. I'm sorry. Stop thinking that and stop trying to be better than the next person.